I is worth a 16th part of this gift of rice gruel. 100 Nikas, 100 horses, 100 mule-drawn chariots, 100,000 maidens bedecked in jeweled eardrop are worth a 16th part of this gift of rice gruel. 100 Himalayan elephants with tusks like chariot poles, hefty and lordly elephants with armor and trappings of gold are worth a 16th part of this gift of rice gruel. Not even he who shall hold sway here over the 4 continents is worth a 16th part of this gift of rice gruel. Vimana-vathu. Vimana-vathu. Monastery mansion. The Bhagava was dwelling at Savatthi, in Jetavana. At that time Visakha, the great laywoman follower, had been urged by her friends and attendants to make a tour in the park on a certain feast day. Bathed and anointed with care, she had eaten a good meal, adorned herself with her great creeper parure and, surrounded by 500 companions, set out from home in great ceremony with a great retinue, and while going toward the park, thought, "What is there for me in idle amusement as if I were a young girl? Come, I will go to the monastery, pay my respects to the Bhagava and the honorable gentlemen who are inspiring to the mind, and I will listen to Dharma." She went to the monastery, stopped at one side, took off the great creeper ornament, gave it into the hand of a servant girl, respectfully saluted the Bhagava, and sat down at one side. She listened to Dharma, respectfully saluted the Bhagava, made a ceremonial circuit around him, left the monastery, went a little way and said to the servant girl, "Come now, I will put on the ornament." The girl had tied it into a bundle, put it down in the monastery, wandered here and there, and when it was time to go had forgotten it. She confessed, "I forgot it. I should be there. I will fetch it," and she wanted to go back. Visakha said, "Well, if it had been laid down and forgotten in the monastery, then for the monastery's benefit I shall give it up." And she went to the monastery, approached the Bhagava, greeted him reverently and declaring her intention said, "Your Reverence, I would build a monastery, may the Bhagava in compassion permit me." The Bhagava gave consent through silence. When Visakha had made the gift of ornament, which was worth 90,100,000 crores, the venerable elder monk Maha Moggallana superintended the new work. The monastery was completed in 9 months. Making for the Buddha, the Bhagava, and for the order of monks a place suitable for their abode. Adorned with 1,000 rooms, 500 rooms on the lower floor and 500 rooms on the upper floor. It is said, a palace like a Deva mansion. Its floor made to resemble a mosaic of jewels. Inlaid with beautiful designed wreath and scroll work. Pleasing with white plaster. With beautiful woodwork finely polished. Having well-proportioned house parts walls. Pillars. Rafters. Beams. Cornices, doorposts, windows, stairs, and so forth well arranged, charming and, as ancillary buildings, cells, pavilions, cloister walks and the like were made, when the monastery was finished. And she was performing the dedication spending 90 million crores worth of gold pieces. She saw the splendor while she was ascending into the palace with her 500 companions and joyfully said to them, "Whatever merit I have gained in building a palace such as this, do you rejoice in it? I confer upon you merits in that for participation." "Indeed, so be it, indeed," said they with minds of faith, and they all rejoiced. On that occasion a certain laywoman follower took part in the sharing of the merit with special thought. Soon afterward she died and was reborn among the 33. Through the power of her merit there appeared for her a great mansion that could travel through the sky. Beautified with many pinnacled houses with pleasaunces, lotus ponds and the like, 16 yojanas in length and breadth and height, diffusing light for 100 yojanas by its own radiance. And when the Devi went she went with her mansion and with a retinue of 1,000 nymphs. But Visakha, because of her generous liberality and the triumph of her faith, was reborn among the Devas who delight in creating, and attained the rank of chief consort of Sunamita, the Deva king there of that world. Now the venerable elder monk Anuruddha, on a tour among the Devas saw the friend of Visakha who had been reborn in the realm of the 33, and he questioned her thus. You who stand with surpassing beauty, Devata, are making all the quarters shining like the healing star. While you are dancing with all your limbs in every way, Deva-like sounds stream forth, delightful to hear. While you are dancing with all your limbs in every way, Deva-like scents are wafted around, sweet scents, delightful. While you are swaying your body, the sound of the trinkets in your braided hairs is heard like the five-fold instrumental music. Eardrops breeze blown, trembling in the breeze, the sound of these is heard like the five-fold instrumental music. And the perfume of those sweet-scented, delightful garlands on your head blows in all directions like the Manjasaka tree. You breathe that sweet scent, you see unearthly beauty, Devata. When asked tell of what deed this is the fruit. She replied to him thus. In Savatthi, revered sir, a friend of mine built a great monastery for the order. I, having faith, rejoiced in that on seeing that dwelling which was pleasing to me. By precisely that pure rejoicing of mine I obtained a wonderful mansion, good to look upon, 16 yojanas on every side. By my psychic potency it travels through the air. My dwellings are pinnacled houses partitioned, the proportions planned. Dazzling, they shine forth for 100 yojanas all round. Lotus pools have I here, frequented by Pathuloma fish, the clear sparkling waters fringed with golden sand. Covered with various lotuses, with white water lilies overspread, entrancing, fanned by the breeze they waft a lovely fragrance around. Groves of rose apples, jackfruit, palms and coconut and various unplanted trees grow inside the dwelling. Resounding with many a musical instrument, reverberating with the noises of a host of nymphs, he who saw me even in a dream a happy man would be. A mansion such as this, wonderful, good to look upon, lustrous in every respect, has been produced by my deed. It makes one to do meritorious. Then the elder, desiring that she spoke of Visakha's place of rebirth, said this verse. Precisely by that pure rejoicing of yours you have obtained a mansion, wonderful, good to look upon. And that woman, the very one who gave the gift, tell me of her rebirth. Where has she arisen? ? Then explaining the matter asked about by the elder, she said. She who was my friend, revered sir, built a great monastery for the order. She who understood Dharma gave the gift has arisen among the devas who delight in creating. She is chief queen of Sunamita. Unimaginable is the resultant of the deed. That which you asked me, revered sir. Where is she arisen? ? I have explained as it is. Because of this urge others forward too that gladly they give gifts to the order and listen to Dharma with minds of faith and bliss. Birth among men, very difficult to obtain, is obtained. The way master taught that way, him of the Brahma voice, with skin resembling gold. Gladly give gifts to the order in which the gifts of faith will be of great fruit. Those 8 sorts of men praised by the wise, 4 pairs are they. Worthy they are to receive gifts, disciples of the welfarer. Gifts to these are of great fruit. And 4 are they upon the way and 4 established in its fruits. This order is upright and with shil, samadhi and panna. For human beings, creatures, who give alms hoping to gain merit, bounty bestowed on the order brings merit of use in rebirths. The gift is of great fruit. For this order is widespread, vast. It is immeasurable like the ocean, the sea. Disciples of the hero among men are the best of these, bringing luster where they recite Dharma. They who give gift dedicated to the order theirs is rightly given, rightly offered, rightly sacrificed. That gift bestowed upon the order is of great fruit, and is praised by knowers of the world. Recollecting merits such as this, those who fare in the world with joy arise, having destroyed the stain of stinginess with its root, blameless attain a heavenly place. And the venerable elder monk Anuruddha, returning here to the world of men, told this matter to the Lord Buddha as he had heard it from that Devata. The Lord Buddha made it an occasion for teaching Dharma. Vimana Vathu. 4 Women Mansion. While the Bhagava was dwelling in Savatthi, the venerable elder monk Maha Moggallana, on a deva tour as related above, went to the realm of the 33. There in 4 mansions in succession he saw 4 deva maidens each enjoying deva bliss with a retinue of 1,000 nymphs, and in succession he asked about the deed formerly done by them. You who stand with surpassing beauty, Devata, are making all the quarters shining like the healing star. Because of what is your beauty such? Because of what do you prosper here, and there arise whatever are those delights that are dear to your heart? I ask you, Devi of great majesty, what merit did you perform when you were born a human being? Because of what is your brilliant majesty thus, and your beauty illumines all the quarters. And they, immediately on being asked by him, replied each in turn. To express this verse was spoken. That Devata, delighted at being questioned by Moggallana, when asked the question explained of what deed it was the fruit. It is said that in the time of the Lord Caspar, these women had been reborn in a good family in city named Panakata in a kingdom named Esika. Having come of age and gone to a husband's home in the same city, they dwelt in harmony. One of them saw a certain monk as he was walking for alms, and with a mind of faith and bliss, gave him a bunch of blue water lilies. One gave a handful of blue lotuses to another, another gave a handful of red lotuses, another gave jasmine buds. Afterwards they died and were reborn among the 33. They had a retinue of 1,000 nymphs. After they had enjoyed deva bliss there during their lifespan, they passed from there, and through what remained of the resultant of that same deed of merit had been reborn during the existence of this Buddha into the same place, and were questioned by the venerable elder monk Maha Moggallana in the manner described. One of them, telling the elder of that same deed which of old she had done, said, I gave a handful of blue water lilies to a monk who was walking for alms in the high and lofty city of the Esika people, in the glorious Panakata, charming. Because of this is my beauty such, because of this do I prosper here, and there arise whatever are those delights that are dear to my heart. I make known to you, monk of great majesty, what merit I performed when I was born a human being. Because of this is my brilliant majesty thus, and my beauty illumines all the quarters. To another he said, I gave a handful of blue lotuses to a monk who was walking for alms in the high and lofty city of the Esika people, in the glorious Panakata, charming. White was its root, green its petals. It grew in the water in lake. I gave it to a monk who was walking for alms in the high and lofty city of the Esika people, in the glorious Panakata, charming. I, Sumana, gave jasmine buds of ivory hue to one whose heart was joyous, to a monk who was walking for alms in the high and lofty city of the Esika people, in the glorious Panakata, charming. Vimana Vathu. Mango Mansion. The Bhagava was dwelling in Savatthi. At that time a certain laywoman follower there heard of the great fruitfulness and great advantage of giving the gift of a dwelling place, and, filled with zeal, she reverently greeted the Bhagava and spoke thus, Your Reverence, I desire to have a dwelling place built. I pray that you will have suitable place pointed out to me. The Bhagava instructed the monks. The monks pointed out to her a suitable place. Then she had a beautiful dwelling built and all about it planted mango trees. The dwelling, surrounded on all sides by rows of mango trees, abounding in shade and water, with its white ground strewn with sand, like nets of pearls, was altogether enchanting. The woman decorated the monastery with tapestries of many colors and with flower wreaths and perfume wreaths like a mansion of devas. Put up an oil lamp, wrapped the mango trees with a new cloth, and dedicated it to the order. Afterwards she died and was reborn in the realm of the 33. For her there appeared a great mansion.